What is up, YouTube? Four Leaf Cards here. Frog in the throat. Ribbit, ribbit. Probably should have cleared that before I started. But anyway, appreciate you clicking. We went to a card show. Pretty excited about that. We actually didn't have much time. We had about an hour. And Little Leaf and I were there. And man, he's right to the Pokemon, that guy. I'm trying to show him all the cool stuff that's out there. He did buy a Tom Brady card, and I don't know if he's kind of already taken all his cards and put them in his collection. So we're gonna have to try to remember what we did, and maybe see if we can't get some of them out. Maybe make another video so we don't have to have too much Pokemon. And this one's gonna be mostly baseball. And I actually got some gifts over here, so I can't show those, but let's see here. So we spent about 45 minutes scoping Pokemon out, and he did a pretty good job of spending my money. I'm going to have to get him a little, some chores here so he can bring his own money. But anyway, so I kind of knew a guy that had some vintage stuff, and it's usually pretty decent the last couple times we've went. And so I went right there and said, listen, I haven't bought anything. I want to buy something. And he's like, what are you looking for? I said, give me something Hall of Fame baseball. And he's kind of a bigger football guy. But this is what he came up with. Beautiful Nellie Fox. Looks really good. I'll have to take it out of the screw down. But he had a sell 25 and he gave it to me for 20. Probably not the best deal, but I just wanted to have something to take home with me. That being said, I went to another dealer that we bought some stuff from last time, and picked up some things. That was some of the gifts. So let me see what I got here. They gave me a deal on this, so I'll do that one last. This was a Bowman Enos Slaughter. Just a beautiful card. I think I'm going to have one or two. And it's in actually really good shape. Back looks pretty good. You know, it's not a horrible looking card. Let me take it out here. Take it out of this silly card saver. Let's even take it out of this. Let's get up close and personal, because these cards are absolutely beautiful. There's a little bit of a crease in it. I probably should have looked at it. I was being quick and hasty. So lesson learned, if you're buying stuff, don't rush, even if it's the last 20 minutes. Take a look at it. You can see a little crease right there in the middle. So I got a deal on it. So I didn't pay 25 for it. I probably paid 15 for it, something like that. So, but beautiful card, otherwise in good shape. So visually appealing enough for me. I'm not going to get too upset. And he gave Little Leaf some free cards too. So again, I'm not too upset. Here's another one here. He had it for 15. I didn't pay that. Got a crease in it. And again, I probably wouldn't have, even at 10 or whatever, I probably wouldn't have bought that. But I did. Sue me. This guy's taking me for a ride today, isn't he? Because I was too fast. Too fast. Got to take them out of the top loaders. Got to look at the cards. Got to look them over. Some slight creases here in this George Cal, but this one was just a couple bucks. Color was good. I got caught by the plumage. Now, this one ended up being like $2 or something, and it's cut. So that's not great. So maybe I probably shouldn't shop at this table a whole lot anymore, or I really need to be more aggressive on my negotiation. But this is a 33 Gouty Massasoit. It looks like it's been trimmed, because usually there's a white border around these. I've looked at a couple of these online and wanted to buy one and just haven't pulled the trigger. This one was like $2, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get it, because otherwise the color's good. It's in good shape. It's just kind of hand cut, so it'd be altered. They didn't even do a very good job cutting it. But Massasoit is kind of a personal thing to me. I grew up in Massasoit. Was a chief of the Wampanoags, and That's where I grew up, over that area in Massachusetts, and so I've got some connections to Massasoit and that tribe, and he was the chief that signed the kind of truce with the Puritans in 1621 out of Plymouth. And a lot of this is the guy you think of when you think of Native Americans at Thanksgiving time. You know, hey, we had this big truce, we broke bread together, we had Thanksgiving dinner, we should, you know, that kind of thing. The reality is that the English came over with yellow fever, and all the Native Americans, I gotta be careful with that. Native Americans got sick. In his tribe, it killed about 45,000 of them with the yellow fever, and the reality of it is that the Wampanoags and the Narragansett, who were kind of in the Rhode Island area, were fighting quite a bit. And so, and some of the Puritans that had come over on the Mayflower had lost quite a few of their settlers. And so Massasoit went over there and basically said, hey, you guys are not doing so well. We just lost a bunch of people from the yellow fever. Why don't we join forces together and offer each other some protection? So it's mutually beneficial, but it's not like he was welcoming everybody with open arms saying, come on, let's have some dinner together. So the backstory's pretty important. You know, it all worked out, and well, man, the English were horrible to the natives, but some of the natives were horrible back to the settlers, so it's tit for tat. But here we are today. It is what it is. But just a lot of story there, and you don't really get the history there. And there's lots of things that I could talk about just in history and kind of those, because my family came over in 1620. Part of my family, one line of my family. So just I've got a lot of history there. I've got a lot of stories there, and maybe I need to tell some of those. But I wanted to get this Massasoit. It just I feel connected to it in that way. So wanted to get that. And kind of at last minute, Little Leaf found a little Pokemon binder that he wanted to go through, and I kind of had a table right next door that had some dollar cards in there. So I picked out a couple, nothing fancy dollar cards. Here's an Al Rosen, MVP. Thought that was a nice card. Here's a Mudcat Grant. Just the kind of colors popped on this one. He was a great pitcher. Just a great pitcher. He passed away. Was it last year? Whatever. But I did get his autograph, TTM, before he passed away. So glad that. Little Lee Smith rookie here, and this one is with the Cubs logo the correct way. There's a version of this where the Cubs logo is backwards. It's kind of like a flip version of it. But I thought, you know what, for $1, it's off-centered, but good shape. And I want to say I have maybe two of the reversed ones. I'm not sure I have a regular version. So I said, you know what, for $1, I'm going to buy it. We'll check it out. I'll have to go into my pile and see where we're at. And then Fergie Jenkins, got the Red Sox hat on. Just thought that I needed to have that Hall of Famer. It was a hot minute, cup of tea kind of deal with Fergie in Boston, but figured I need to have that. So just a few pickups, nothing too crazy. I probably overpaid on some of these here that have some creases, but we had fun. It wasn't crazy. I mean, we probably spent $50 or something. So nice little time. I mean, heck, for 2 blasters, I think I did better than 2 blasters in my mind, at least. Oh, and that doesn't include the Pokemon that he got. Man, somebody gave him a wicked deal. We'll have to make a video on that. The guy was just like, how about $10, But anyway, so there it is. Some stuff from the card show. Just a couple little things adding in there, and appreciate you watching. If you stuck with me here for 10 minutes. And as always, if you guys are open anything, best of luck to you. Don't forget to collect to connect, and have an awesome day.